Let's turn now to Senator Lindsey Graham and expand this. Senator, very few people know this as well as you. How significant are these steps forward?
Well, the news today is that the Department of Justice filed a motion with a federal judge saying that there's a conflict of interest between the same lawyer representing Danchenko, who produced the dossier, the Steele dossier, and said it was all garbage and is accused of lying to the FBI, and Clinton campaign operatives who were pushing the narrative that Trump was a Russian stooge. So what DOJ says, that the same lawyer can't represent both because they may be potential conflicts of interest. What does that tell me? That the Department of Justice is looking at Clinton campaign operatives regarding potential criminal liability separate and apart from the dossier.
So we have to see how this moves forward. We're always caught by surprise. Are you surprised President Biden's administration is still allowing this probe to go forward?
Well, I mean, Durham, if they tried, I introduced legislation so that Trump couldn't fire, the special counsel. If they tried to do that, it would blow the town up. So, no, they can't stop Durham. Durham is doing what needs to be done. Did the FBI get played by the Steele people, by Danchenko, or were they willing accomplices? Did they know they were giving false information to the FISA court, or did they get duped? There is a campaign working with the Russians in 2016. It's the Clinton campaign. We know that for sure now. Time will tell where this goes.
All I can tell you, and we're going to move on, but the whole country was hurt because we were distracted and embarrassed, and the U.S.-Russia relations were destroyed over an investigation that shouldn't have been taking place, that went from let's stop him from winning to let's hurt his first 4 years. So, Senator, that's why people should pay attention, independents especially, because we have to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Carter Page had his life ruined based on a bunch of garbage. There would be no warrant against Carter Page without the Steele dossier that was complete garbage. They lied to the FISA court. People being prosecuted for lying to the FBI. There's a lot more to unfold here.
Senator, I saw how surprised Bret Baier was when Senator Manchin came out and said, it's over, I'm done on Build Back Better. You're probably one of the few people not surprised. Why? And where do we go from here?
Well, I listened to Joe Manchin rather than yell at him. I listened to what he was saying very closely. He told me he thought that the $1.75 trillion CBO score was a result of budget gimmicks, that if these programs don't sunset, it would be more like 5 or 6 trillion. So what did I do? I asked the CBO to score the bill, Build Back Better, without the sunsets, assuming the programs go on for 10 years, which they will. Well, they said it was 5 trillion, not 1.75. Joe always believed that these programs would add to the deficit. Biden said everything is paid for. What did the CBO tell us? $3 trillion is added to the deficit over 10 years, and the energy part of Build Back Better will drive gas prices up. So I listened to what he said. The CBO analysis that I requested made it impossible for Joe Manchin to vote for Build Back Better because he had 3 rules. Number 1, you can't use gimmicks. Number 2, it can't add to the deficit. Number 3, it can't make inflation worse. And the CBO analysis, I think, proves all 3 would occur if Build Back Better were passed.
2 quick topics before we go on the same subject. First off, you believe that reconciliation with this is done, but there might be a pathway because there's some things in this bill that Republicans would go along with? Real quick, how do you explain that? Because it seems like a green palooza.
Well, all the green stuff will go. The Green New Deal stuff will go. But child tax credits, Donald Trump in 2017 created child tax credits. Maybe we can work to build upon those. Child care, there's a group of Republicans trying to find a way to help people with child care without driving cost up and a government takeover of child care. Here's the headline. Joe Manchin is telling the world reconciliation as a way to pass any more spending is dead. He's ditched reconciliation. He wants us to use the committee process. And I'm here to tell you there's one or two things in this bill that maybe Republicans and Democrats can work together on, but Build Back Better is dead.
Right. And I can hear the cries coming from Queens right now because the squad ain't happy. Senator Lindsey Graham, thanks for playing Nostradamus with us and predicting the future, a little like Gene Dixon. Have a great Christmas, sir. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks a bunch.
All right.